On March 15th, 44 BCE, the most powerful man in Rome walked into a Senate meeting and never walked out. Julius Caesar, conqueror of Gaul, victor of a civil war, dictator for life, was stabbed 23 times by men he considered friends and allies. It's one of the most famous assassinations in history. But what actually happened that day? And why did Rome's elite decide their only option was murder? Let's break it down. By 44 BCE, Caesar had accumulated more power than any Roman before him. He'd crushed his rivals in a brutal civil war, been named Dictator Perpetuo, Dictator in Perpetuity, and packed the Senate with his loyalists. But Rome wasn't a monarchy. It was a republic, at least in theory. Power was supposed to be shared among the aristocracy. And Caesar? He was acting more like a king every day. He put his face on coins. He wore purple robes. When the Senate came to honor him, he didn't even stand up. For a group of senators, this was intolerable. They saw themselves as defenders of the republic, and Caesar as a tyrant who had to be stopped. The conspiracy grew to around 60 men, but 3 stood at its center: Cassius Longinus, the organizer and driving force; Marcus Brutus, the moral figurehead Caesar reportedly trusted; and Decimus Brutus, one of Caesar's closest generals, who would play a crucial role on the day itself. Historia Civilis, March 15th. The Ides of March. Caesar had a Senate meeting scheduled at the Theatre of Pompey. That morning, things almost fell apart. Caesar wasn't feeling well. His wife, Calpurnia, had dreamed of his death and begged him to stay home. He nearly did. But Decimus Brutus arrived at Caesar's house and convinced him to go. He told Caesar the Senate was planning to offer him a crown to wear outside of Italy, and that staying home would look weak. Caesar relented. When he arrived at the theatre, the conspirators were waiting. One senator, Tullius Cimber, approached Caesar with a petition, grabbing his toga. Caesar pushed him away. But that was the signal. Casca struck first, slashing at Caesar's neck from behind. Caesar spun around and grabbed Casca's arm, but now the others were closing in. They swarmed him, daggers everywhere. In the chaos, they even wounded each other. Caesar tried to fight, tried to flee, but there was no escape. According to ancient sources, when he saw Marcus Brutus among the attackers, he stopped resisting. He pulled